it's your girl Bree, and in this video I am going to show you how to recreate a plaid wrap shirt that DPR Live was wearing in his music video for Martini Blue. That was hot. I did that one. I did it.
Martini Blue 너란 바로 속에 헤엄치고 있잖아 baby you're my Martini Blue 너란 바다 속에 헤어나지 못하게 더 감싸 안아줘 my baby my lady my baby my lady
DPR Live just came out with a album, mixtape, EP, whatever it was. All the songs on it were amazing, were great. And he also released some music videos to go along with some of the songs. And one of the music videos that he did was for Martini Blue. And he only wore 2 looks in that music video, but both looks were amazing. And particularly the yellow plaid shirt that he was wearing, that wasn't just your typical plaid shirt, okay? It was a wrap top. And I knew this by the way that it hung on his body, and they're like ties. And I was like, okay, I have to recreate that. I need to recreate that. So I did just that for you guys. If you're new here, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. All right, without further ado, let's get into this tutorial.
To get you started with making your plaid wrap shirt, you'll need 2.5 to 3 yards of yellow plaid flannel. The fabric I picked up had a touch of blue, which I love. I started with the back of the shirt. For that, I grabbed a sweater that I already owned and traced out the back from there, making sure to lengthen the hem so that it hits the center of my booty. Moving on to the front pieces, I used that same sweater, but instead of cutting it down the center, I started at the neck opening and cut at a diagonal, ending at the opposite end. Then I dropped down, creating a straight edge. Cutting out 2 of these will allow for the front to overlap, creating the wrap. The sleeves, you'll need 2 of them, were cut from the same sweater. Nothing new or special here, so let's get started with putting our pieces together. Pinning the front pieces to the back right sides together at the shoulders, sew that down using a straight stitch. I've opened everything up so you can see the right sides. I like to fold the sleeves in half to find the point of symmetry and line that up with our shoulder seam, and then we're going to pin the sleeve into the curve and stitch that in place using a straight stitch. Now we are ready to stitch up the sides and the sleeves with a straight stitch, making sure that our armpit seams are lined up. Okie dokie, time to finish the edges. Starting with the straight edge on the front pieces, fold the fabric under 1/4 inch and sew that down using a straight stitch. Then we are going to fold that over one more time and sew that down using a straight stitch. This same fold and stitch method that we applied to the straight edge of our front piece, we are going to use that to finish off the edges of our sleeves and the bottom hem of our shirt. So there is our sleeves all nicely hemmed, all the raw edges are tucked away, and it looks really nice and neat. And then we have the bottom hem of our shirt, which also used that fold and stitch method to tuck away all the raw edges. To finish the collar and neck edges and add the wrap ties, cut a long strip that's 180 inches long and 4 inches wide. Folding our strip in half, line that up with the center back of our shirt. The right side of the strip should be touching the wrong side of the shirt. We're going to stitch this in place using a straight stitch, following the collar down our diagonal cuts, stopping when we hit that straight edge on our front pieces so that the rest of the strip can be loose and be our wrap ties. I've opened the strip so you are looking at the right side of the shirt, taking our strip, tuck the raw edge under 1/4 of an inch, and then fold the strip in half. I threw down quite a few pins for this because I wanted it to be nice and neat, and I wanted to make sure that when I was stitching, I was catching all of the fabric because I am tucking in such a little amount of it. You want to make sure that it doesn't shift or move when you are top stitching it all down. When I hit the straight edge where our strip turns into ties, I made sure to stop because that's a whole other step. We are nearing the finish line, yay! To finish off the ties, fold both raw edges under 1/4 of an inch and then stitch that using a straight stitch. To close off our opening, we are going to tuck in the raw edges until they are hidden, making sure that it's a nice straight edge. We don't want anything wonky or weird, so make sure to tuck until it is nice and straight. And then we are going to sew that close using a straight stitch. And this is how the ties look when they're all finished. And once you've completed the final step, you're all finished. That's a wrap.
Well, that's it on the wrap shirt. Yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I mean, I'm so geeked about this shirt. I cannot wait to wear it every day of my life. Like, I love it so much. If you didn't do it earlier, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. Also, follow me on Instagram. I will be posting myself wearing this shirt on there. I already have, so yeah. Follow me on Instagram. You can follow me at your girl Bree. All right, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Not